At this point in time, I've been joined by former diplomat Prabhu Dayal. What does this visit of Prime Minister Modi mean for India, and this as far as the ties with the UAE is concerned?
Well, thank you for having me on your show. The visit of the Prime Minister will be an opportunity to identify ways to take the relationship forward. And in many domains which the two countries have in mind, such as energy, education, healthcare, food security, defense, culture. Now, I may mention that although India and the UAE share a very close historical relationship, but the bonds of friendship have grown stronger under Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. He has tried to promote common understanding of issues, and he has tried to find ways how the two countries can work together and enhance the scope of bilateral ties. Now, let me mention that this tone of a revitalized relationship was set by Prime Minister Modi when he paid a historical visit to the UAE in 2015. Why historical? Because this was the first visit by an Indian Prime Minister after a gap of over 34 years. And he took that opportunity to discuss with Sheikh Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan how to elevate the relationship to a comprehensive strategic partnership. And naturally, this would have involved cooperation in all areas, and the two countries then began to work in strengthening understanding in fields like counter-terrorism, joint defense production, space production, and of course, all the traditional areas of cooperation that I had mentioned earlier, and then which were already earmarked for cooperation by the two countries. Now, significantly, the UAE also retaliated in kind. The UAE Crown Prince, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, he was not the ruler then, he was the Crown Prince, but he was the de facto power. He visited India in February 2016, and he again visited in 2017 as the chief guest at the Republic Day. Then our Prime Minister visited in February 2018 for the World Government Summit. So Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed had invited our Prime Minister as the guest of honor. So there were a series of high-level interactions which were commenced by Prime Minister's initiative, and naturally the relationship strengthened as a result. I may recall that, the UAE hosted the OIC summit in 2019 and invited the then External Affairs Minister, Srimati Sushma Swaraj, despite the protests of Pakistan and some other countries. And then subsequently, Prime Minister Modi was invited as the keynote speaker at the World Government Summit by the United Arab Emirates. So India began to get more recognition. And this naturally was the result of the personal initiatives which were taken by Prime Minister Modi and also reciprocated by Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. Now, how do things stand at the moment? I think both sides point to the fact that the limits of friendship between the two nations are boundless. When both countries want to work towards a golden era of UAE-India bilateral partnership. And I think efforts are gaining momentum in that direction.
Absolutely, Ambassador Dayal, appreciate you joining us.